Right, today it's Wednesday. It's about 9:15 a.m. I've entered a trade on a reverse of the the trend. If you can see, the trend is showing that it should be a buy, right? But what I've noticed is that it's going down. It's past this the Williams here and here simultaneously, and also it's past the 10. This is the 10-day moving average. So I came in after, no, I came in here actually. This was going up. Can you see this blue candle? It was going right up, and then when it came down a bit, I entered on this blue candle, and lo and behold, it shot down. So it's been shooting down, and it got here where it is now, right? And I was thinking, should I come out here, because that was something like a 25 pip or something like that. Thought, yeah, let me come out here because I'm really testing this. This is on the reverse. This is going against the grain, really. But let's see how much I did risk. I think it was 70 pips I risked. Yeah, it was 70 pips. The stop loss was 70 pips. So to be quite honest, I'm trying this. I want to see if this line goes down to here and this line goes down to here. If it does, that's really what I'm aiming for. But if the 10, if it hits the 10, if price hits the 10, which I'm not sure why it's nowhere near it, but if it hits the 10, then I have to come out. I was gonna come out where it started stalling, but it seems like it wasn't the right decision, so I'm just gonna leave it and see what happens. Hopefully this will reach oversold. At the moment we're at 46 points. I can move the stop loss to break even, because the stop loss is up here at the moment. I can move it to break even, but I've noticed when you're doing a sell, is very, very spiky. So moving a stop loss is kind of is an art. It's not, you don't just move it to the last candle and stuff like that. It's more of an art. So let's see. This bit's the dodgy part, because now it's past the 50, right? Here it might bounce back from the 50 and shoot back up, or it might go down. Here is very, very, very crucial, this point. So what we can do, see, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just being serious. I'm being real. I'm not sure whether I should move the stop loss down here to save what we've got, which I think is the right thing to do, because here was a sticking point. But I do know how dodgy sells are. They like to spike up and then come right back down. Let's see how much we would it came in about, yeah, well, it says 50 points, but I'm on 43 points, so I'm gonna move the stop loss then. Let's move it. So why is it not showing then? It's not even showing on this screen for some reason. Let's refresh it and see what happens. Nope. Deals show. Oh, here it is. Yeah, right. So this is the one we're dealing with, which is 40 points at the moment. We can move the stop loss to here just to protect our capital. We might as well move it to here, just above, which is about 20 points. not even that. But at least we don't lose anything, because the worst feeling in the world is having a winning trade turn into a losing one. So at least we can bring some in. I think bringing it a bit low is even better than that. Let's bring it just over the doji. So that's 24.44. Yeah, that's about 20 points there. So we're locking 20 points. There's 40 points on the table. We've locked in 20, but you see where it's there? Do you see that? That can just switch all the way back up and then touch the 10. And then we're like, oh, we could have captured the 40. So there's another way of doing it as well. You can actually lock in the 40 points, but with half of it. So let me just show you what I mean. We got 40 points there. Is £2 a pop. So what we can do is we can sell £1 of that. So we will lock in half of it and keep the remaining. That's another way of doing it, right? So that's another way of doing it, but this is only demo. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and ride it through. I want to ride it and see what happens. Let's see. We've locked in 20, so it's no real big deal. Because yesterday, when we done a trade, what we done, we came in around, where was it? It was here. We came in here, right? And then we came out here. This is where we came out. Yeah, around there. Took about this amount back, which was about 20 pips. So that was a 1-to-1 trade. However, if you look, it was nowhere near the 10. It was nowhere near it. And even when it went to the 10, it rejected it straight away. Do you see what I mean? And if we just stuck with what we talk about, when it gets to the 10, we could have either come out here, yeah, which is really on the line. So you could have been like, should I or shouldn't I? Let's see how it goes, right? We could have come out here, or this is definitively across the 10. Or we could have come out here. Look how much money that is. Look how many pips there is. So we came out here, right, which is about, it was about 20 pips. We came out 19.7 or 19.3 or something, right? But if we waited, we could have come out here, which is another 17 pips. So that's like 40 pips almost. Or if we were even gutsier, we could have got another 30, about 30 pips, which is 50 pips in total. So do you see how it's popping up? Doesn't look right. It looks, you know, it looks like a bad move, but I'm just going to leave it and wait. I'm just going to wait and let it just stop me out. As you can see, it's dropped. This one hasn't dropped. The W100 hasn't dropped, but the W17 has. So I think it's high time we got out of here. We were on 40 pips. Now we're on 35.9 pips. And you see the discrepancy here. This one's gone down and this one's kind of springing back up past the 50. It looks like it wants to go back up. I think this might be the opportunity for us to get out, even though it's nowhere near the 10. I'm coming out. So we are at £70. It's just 35.8. Yeah, there's no confirmation that it's going up, and it probably will go down. And it is half of what we, that's bad, because it's half of what we risk. We risk 70 and that's at 35. I don't really like that, but it's a test. I will buy it now, right, because it's gone down into this area, and I will test it. I would monitor it to see what happens. At the end of the day, that's 35 points. It's not exactly how we wanted it, because that's a negative ratio, because we risked 1 and got half. So it's not a good ratio, but it did work. But if it didn't work, we'd be in trouble. That's why, because we'll be down 70, and we were, and if we do it again, we will only get 35. So it's not the right way of doing it. Let's see, whether I could have risked less. Maybe I could have come in a bit earlier. If I came in here, nope, look, it's still 60 odd points. But it says 60. I'm not too sure why we only got. I must have came in a bit later. Yeah, I came in the middle of this candle here. If we came in where we're supposed to have come in, which was after this candle, you see how it's dropped right below the 10. If we came in here, we would have risked 64, and look, it's perfect. It's just the timing was wrong. I came in a bit late. And if you look here, yeah, that's exactly where you would have come in. There's the confirmation, Williams confirmation, Williams confirmation. Come in on this candle here, it would have shot up, you would have got a bit panicky, then it would have shot back down, and then it would have come down. And when it comes to 60, you just jump out. A lot of these trades are 1-to-1. Some of them you can get 2-to-1, 3-to-1, stuff like that, but really and truly, I haven't seen one of those for a while. I honestly haven't. And with these ones, when you're going against the grain and stuff like that, it's a bit of a problem. And as you can see, there was the Bank of England, oh no, sorry, that was the Bank of Japan interest rate decision, which kind of fumbled things up a bit. Luckily it was in the middle of the night, whereby I don't trade. So let me mark these out again and take a snapshot of where we came in. Where did we come in? We came in here. Yeah, that's a bit late, isn't it? And then where we came out, which we came out here. That's where we came in and out. Take a snapshot of that. It's the time, 9:30ish, 9. Yeah. Right. And that's that. That's a trade for today. That's a okay trade. I looked at the US 30 earlier today, and I did try to get in, and it failed, because if you look here, it's not syncing up. You see this and this, it's not syncing. This has to come in at the same time as this. So if this has been in overbought all of this time, it's ready to come down sometime soon. So the best option is when it's both coming at the same time. But I tried it anyway to see what will happen. What happened is it went up a bit. I think I didn't even come in at 7 o'clock. I came in late. I came in here just to see if we can ride it. And no, I even think I came in here. I came in late. I just wanted to see what will happen. And what happened, it immediately went down. And it was about 23 points loss on that. So that really should be a confirmation. See this and this and this going past the 10 should be a confirmation of a sell. That really should be a confirmation of a sell. So we'll monitor that to see what happens. I'm not going to put in a sell like we did a minute ago on the GBP JPY, but I'll check it and we'll check it we'll check it shortly and see. But yeah, that was not a good trade because it wasn't right. It's not syncing up. It has to sync up. An example of it syncing, where did we sync it up yesterday? I think we did trade this yesterday. We sunk, we synchronized it maybe here. See this here? This is not even that correct, but it's passing the 50. See how it's passing the 50 and is in overbought. There's a sync, and if you look, it does go up right there. That's a synchronization. But really and truly, what you need is this in overbought and this in overbought at the same time. You see what I mean? And then you would find some good movement. Right, nope, this is just past the 50, which is should be alright. Yeah, it is alright, but I want to get the sync with sync just proper. Doesn't happen all the time though. See, this comes first and then it, see, yeah, you can make money out of that. Wait for it to come over the 50 here, then go in. But I want to get the sync with sync. There's no, it's not easy to find. I don't know if it works on the US 30. I haven't done it. Here's one. Let's see if this works. This works. There. What does it do? Yeah, look. Right there at 130. Sync with sync. Goes up 80 points. Did it pass the 50? Yeah, it passed the 50. Went down. And then, yes. See, that one's a good one. See the sync with sync. There you can go in, put in quite a bit of money. But test it first, because these things, they look good on paper, but doing it, it's a different thing. But now what's going on? It's giving you different readings. This one's going up, this one's going down. So what we do is monitor this and see how it goes. But we've made, well, along with this one, this is a 23 point loss. But really and truly, I don't know whether this was a test. I wasn't really going for this one, so it was just a test. Whereas this one, no, this was a test as well actually, because I didn't know whether this would work or not. So basically they're really both tests, so I wouldn't even say I've made anything. There's no real points made, it's just testing. So this one seems to be okay. I'll test it again, and we'll just keep testing until we're confident with what we're doing. Right, so now looking at the chart, it seems like we came out a bit early. It's 12:15. We should, see at the moment it's still just touching. It found the 10 MMA. It found it, but it still hasn't passed it. So we still could be in the market. And for some, I mean, I'm only doing a demo. I should have just stayed in and just let it stop me out, or let it pass like we've been planning, you know. But not to worry. We came out here. Let's see how much we could have come out with. We still, there's another 34 pips, and remember we risked 70 and we only got 35 back, but we did come in a bit late, remember, so it was kind of a 1-for-1. But if we didn't, if we stayed in, we'd be coming out now at 70. We'd have a nice 1-for-1. Or if we did cut, if we came in early and if we came in the right time and we came out here, which we're not even supposed to come out here. Look, it hasn't passed it. We should still be in the market. See, knowing what to do and doing it are two different things. I didn't even have any money to risk. Maybe it's just my reputation or what, but I wanted to come out, or the fact that I didn't want to lose in. I don't know. But all I know is that I came out, even though it's a demo, I still came out and didn't wait for the confirmation of the market price passing the 10 MA. I'm, you know, and now look, see how this fake sell signal or buy zone, which the moving average came across and showed us, is now turning into a sell. Do you see it? But it's too late. The money's already been taken. But we got in early because of the 10 MA. The 10 MA showed us that this Williams is for real. It's not a false signal. That's what the 10 MA does. It shows you that it's for real. Then, if I move this out of the way, you see this little arrow here? This arrow happened after this fake shoot up. It happened after. But this arrow shows that it's I think it's the 5 and the 8. The 5 and the 8 have crossed, which shows that it's in a downward trend, a mini downward trend, which it does it. And we haven't got anything to the contrary yet. Nothing to the contrary. And also a reason why we shouldn't have come out is that we didn't even get an arrow stating that it might be going up. See this arrow that's popped up here? It didn't come up. But the reason which threw us is this. You see this little dip? I mean this little spike here. This spiked up and this didn't. There's no spike here, look. This spiked up and this went down. It was a conflict and I was unsure of what was going on. But really and truly we should have stayed in and let the market tell us to come out. Don't decide for yourself. Most of the time, don't get me wrong, sometimes you are absolutely wrong, but most of the time let the market tell you to come out. And this 10 MA is just brilliant. It's just, as a new discovery, don't get me wrong, I don't know if it's brilliant yet, but it seems, I'm hoping that it's the missing chink. It's the missing link in the missing link and the fix to the chink in the armor. That's what I'm thinking. So let's see. Let's see anyway. So just been looking through some charts just to see how this method pans out across the currencies. I've looked at this one now and this is a very sweet looking chart. Look what happens. It passes through the 50 down here, look, here and here. It passes through the 50 at the same time, yeah, but you wouldn't take the trade yet because actually look, it closes above it, yeah, so you would take the trade right there. As soon as it passed through the 50, it also passes past the 10 and it closes above the 10, which is the most important part. So you set your stop loss here just underneath there, which is 4 points. Then this is the theory, yeah, and then you just wait until it hits the 10 again. So you would have been in the trade all the way up to here. Now a more cautious person would have waited for them both to hit here, right there, and then you would have went in. That's because both of them would have been on the overbought section. But nevertheless, because that's only another 8 pips. But look, that's 37 pips from a 4 pip. That is what we're looking for. 37 from a 4. I don't even know what that is. That's just colossal. And look, only now it's passing the 10, and very subtly as well. That's what we're looking for. That is what we're looking for. And when did this start? Let's see. 6:45. Bang on, right? Bang on where we normally should start. We start trading at 6:45 and finish trading at 5 p.m. That's the trading hours which I prefer to use. This is right at the beginning. And unfortunately, I missed it. But it's fine because I didn't know whether it works on this or not. I haven't actually tested it on here. That is an excellent trade. That's, look, see how it's identical. If I map this onto here, you wouldn't even see each of them. It's just there'll just be one. Let me just do that anyway. So I will map onto. So to map onto, because see how we got 2 windows there. A lot of people don't know how to put this into there. So all you do, you just get one of the Williams, right, and you drag and drop it in. That's all you do. Drag and drop it in. Let's change the color to yellow so you can see it a bit further, and that's it. Look at this. It's almost identical. It's brilliant. And that's that. But see how long you would have waited though. If you look, when did it happen? When was there anything else to see? Anything here? Maybe not. What time is that? It's after hours. It's after hours, isn't it? It's a little bit of movement, but it was after hours. Where else? Nope. Passes the 50. Possible. I don't know if I'd have went for it, but it does pass the 50. But we would have had a stop loss here, and we would have lost on that one because the stop loss is here, right? And we would have come in here, so the stop loss would have been 8 points. It would have went up to 6 points, and it would have stopped us out. We would have lost 3 points out of that, which is not really a big deal, but that's what we would have lost, 3 points on that trade, give or take 2 pips or so. We would have lost under 10 points. Okay, let me just get rid of this yellow one. Let's see, can I highlight that? Get rid of it? No, not. What? Is that the 14? Why is that 14? It should be 17. It is 14. Let's check this. Oh, I'm using the wrong keyboard. 17. Okay. Let's see if it still is identical. Yeah, it is still identical. But we're getting some wrong readings almost. Well, let's see. On. It would have passed the. No, see, that's a bit early, isn't it? Past the 50. Just about passes the 50. Look, passes the 50 here. Yeah. No, you wouldn't have taken it there. You would have taken it here. That's early though, and this is late, as far as I'm concerned, because it's been in overbought for all of that time, all those candles. So you would have either taken it there or not, and that's at midnight anyway, so we wouldn't even mess with that. Okay, Well, I'm going to test this anyway and just go through it. But can you see how scrappy it looks? It looks scrappy. It's very scrappy. So what you would do with this is you set an alert. You won't be tampering with this. The chart is very, very scrappy. Look at it. So there might be an opportunity here. Let's see. 11:15 here. Is that an opportunity? Works, right? But nope, it will spike you out. Look, you see that here? Look, it stops you out just by a couple of pips. Goes through the 10, couple of pips. So how would you have got around that? That's at 130. Why would that have happened? No real reason. It just happens sometimes. But do you see how it spiked back? You see how sharp this is? When it's sharp like that, you have to be wary. You could have waited and then gone straight back in after that drop. Would that have worked? Stop loss here. Yep, that would have worked. And sometimes it does that. It just wants some money from you and then it will let you in. So it would take 18, but it will give you 19. What? No, sorry. It would give you 41. So it would take it. So really and truly, yeah, you still would make on that. But it's all, I'm just seeing if there's anything else that would have been able to make us not go into that trade. Let me just remove this for a minute. Let's just highlight this. It doesn't want to, there we go. Delete that indicator. Would we have any other indication as to not go into this trade? Let's see. Can't see any indication. I can't see why I would have put my stop loss. No, I wouldn't have put my stop there. I would have put it just over this candle. It's a bit long, but it's fine. I can't see anything that would have stopped me from going in. It's below the 10. It does stall immediately though. Look, it does stall. Then it starts rising. And it does pass the 50. Passes the 50 on both sides. So unless you wanted to come in here, the only thing I can see is if we came in earlier than that at 12:45 when both of them passed the 50. If we came in at 12:45, this passes the 50. This doesn't though. No, I wouldn't have done it. No, you wouldn't, because this has to, if this is passing the 50, this has to be in down here already if you want to do that. So no, we would have got stopped out. I can't see how we wouldn't have got stopped out. Could have put it a couple of pips higher, but because if we put it above here, we would have been alright. But I'm not sure why I would have put it up there. But I haven't really traded it out, the Aussie dollar. It might be that you need to give it a couple of pips or 3 pips or a few pips grace. I don't know. I have to study this currency. I haven't tried it, so never know. It might be something as simple as that. This one's a bit more of a give it a couple of pips grace. It's not, you have to make it a bit loose. So alright, there's a couple of opportunities in there, but they come rare. They're rare. Here's another one. Let's see what happened here, whether it was alright or not. Goes down. No, it doesn't go past the 50 though. This doesn't go past the 50, so that's a bit of a dodgy one. I don't think I would have traded that. But let's see what happens when both of them go to oversold, overbought. Yeah, it syncs up. and it does work. 27, look at it, it's almost identical. 27 to 27, look. 27 to 27. If you stuck by that, if you took your 1 to 1, you could have got your 1 to 1. If not, you would have got 22 or 20 or 19 if you waited for the 10. But I'm not sure whether I would have went there because it passes this line, so it does come out and then go in to the sell area. As far as I'm concerned, this here is the sell area. This area here above this blue line is the sell area, not just here. This here, that's all sell area as far as I'm concerned. Down here is, sorry, down up here is the buy area. All this is buy area, and down here is the sell area as far as I'm concerned, and this is the transition area. So it does come out and then in, but it doesn't pass the 50. I prefer it to pass the 50. If it went down past the 50 and then came back up, I'd be much more happier to go into that trade. And the 27 pip candle is no joke on the Aussie dollar. That's a massive candle. Any more? This one, here's one here. What happens here? Let's see. Passes the 50, both of them great. Then we get here. No, we would have lost on that. Definitely. We would have put our stop loss here, 10 pips, and waited, and it would have went straight. It would have just pipped us out straight away. 10 pips gone. And I'm not sure why, but wait there. What's the time? Yeah, it's fine. Time's fine. Everything's fine. But it doesn't. Wait there. 4 o'clock. Yeah, it's fine. It's. Yeah, that's we would have came in here. If you come in there, we would have went up 7 pips and then pipped you out. Would it have pipped us out? Let's have a look. Yeah, look. Like I said, it might need, the Aussie dollar might need a few pips grace, because if you weathered that storm, if you had a couple of pips out, you might, yeah, because if you can see, it goes up from there. So it goes up to 24 pips, but that's the next day. I don't know if we'll be in there till then. Probably come out here 23. It depends. It's all dependent. I'm not sure about this. I'm just testing to see if it works or not, but kind of specialize in a couple of these things, and that's about it. As you can see, this one's still dropping down. So as again, we came out early. It still has not passed the 10. This is the beast, yeah, the original beast. This is the beast, and we still have not touched the 10, but we came out early. Remember, look, we saw this going up. We thought, oh my days, is going up, as we do, and it's not gone up. It said, no, I'm not going up yet. I haven't passed the 10, so I'm not ready, and it's still going down. And really and truly, we should have left something in it. We should have, just to see what will happen. For some reason, we just came completely out. Alright, no problemo. The next one we do, we have to stay in and see what happens. If we lose, we lose. But we didn't lose, remember, we put it at break. No, we put it at here. We put the stop loss here, which would have given us 20 pips. but we wanted the 40, so we took the 40, and oh look, yeah, no, it would have stopped us because we put it here, and look where it went up to. I told you, moving a stop loss on a sell is so difficult because it likes to pop up and then it likes to spike and faint. I'll call it fainting. It's just like when you're playing football professionally. You see them fainting, or boxing or MMA. They faint. They faint. They pretend that they're going to do something, but then they do the opposite. And in professional industries or professional situations, if your opponent is professional too, that's the only way you can beat them, by pretending to do a move and not doing that move. Because if you think about it, if he's as professional as you, he knows what you know. He knows all the moves. He knows everything. He knows how to get you. He knows how to get you in an arm bar. He knows how to drop you. He knows how to defend from a. He knows everything. He knows how to defend knee strikes. He knows how to break arms, links and chains and underhooks or whatever they call it, underarm hooks. All of them. He knows everything. Yeah. So the only way you're gonna beat the opponent is if he hasn't got the same skill set as you. That's easy. But if he has the same skill set as you, you have to feint. And this is what these boys are doing all the time in the market. They're feinting. And if you don't know, if you haven't got the skills, if you haven't got the tips, like this 10 is just beautiful. Really and truly, it is telling you when to come out. And the big boys probably know that. They know the 10. I stumbled on the 10. I stumbled on it. But this here is telling you, it's like clockwork. Look, if you pass me, I'm going further. This was, look what happened with these two. These are two fibs, yeah? Two Fibonacci's. One here, one here. This is telling me buy. Look at the way that it's opened up. However, I haven't got a buy signal down here yet. No buy signal. So I wouldn't have gone in anyway. I wouldn't have tried to buy anything. But everyone looking, the buyer, maybe they would have bought here. Right at the top of the market. Wow. It is kind of shocking. Because, so why didn't we buy here then? Why didn't we do this? Oh, it's too early. It's too early. Because here, it passes the 50. We would have went, no, we would have never went in there. Not with the announcement. Not with the announcement. Interest rates, BOJ. But if we did, we would have got stopped out immediately, right? And then, but if we waited for this to coincide here, we would have got a few pips out of it. But then it would have turned on us aggressively. And if we didn't come out before the 10, it wouldn't have worked for us. So we came in after the 10. Oh no, we definitely wouldn't have went in, because it's before hours. Look at the market hours here. Look, it's gone. It's too far gone. We wouldn't have gone in. We start work at 6:45. Look, wouldn't have gone in. Would have waited just like we did and just taken this one here. Took it, went down. But we should still be in it. By rights, we should still be in it. But we're not. Now, look at this. This is going to go down to a strong sell. And that's it. Hundreds of pips are going to go. If it goes into a strong sell, we have the opportunity of going in there again. We do. Because this is crossed, we can go in there again. But further, really and truly, we should have these pips in our pocket. That is an amazing 70 pips. That should be ours. That should be ours. Anyway, let's see. As it stands, we have a beast position, which is going in our favor, 156 points, right? As you can see, this is the daily chart here, and really and truly we want to put our stop loss down here now. I'm not sure where the stop loss is. It was a 500 pip stop loss. I think we're gonna have to move it to this point here. If we move it to there, no, we can move it to break even, so at least we don't lose anything. Let's have a look where we came in. We came in here. What happened? It was messing around, went up a little bit, went down, went up, went really down, then it went really up, and now it's come right back down again. It's gone past where we were. So as it stands, we can just put a break even here, which is 133. Look, see, we had a 13952, 13952, and it's 129, 132. So yes, that was 500 pips. So let me do this 133 before I can hear my bell. 13363. Make sure I do it before, otherwise something might happen. Back in a second. Right, we just entered the trade here. As you can see, it came down to oversold, so we came in and it's been dropping down. We are at the moment, we are at 28 points. Let's have a look. But the problem we got here at the moment, well, it's kind of gone past that last low. You see that low there? It's gone past it slightly, but it's not, you know, it keeps going back to it. Can you see? It keeps going back to that lower low. So it's a question of whether it's going to work or not. Let's see. So as you can see, we came in there. I have got a bit of a problem with this because it's been oversold for a long time before it became, as you can see, this came oversold here and this came oversold a few, how far away was it? Let's say there. So that's how many candles? It's like 10 candles ago. So that's a problem. But see this 10 here? It's nowhere near the 10 at the moment. But I've seen it do some crazy stuff. That's why I'm always never too short. That's why I come out. But I did say we'll do and wait and see in it. So that's what we're gonna do. What we can do though is break even. If we put this at break even, right? So let's put it at break even and then wait for the 10. The 10's there. Let's just wait for the 10. So we'll leave it, even though I'm a bit dubious about it. It doesn't really matter. This is a test. Just leave it. See what happens, because it's moving away from it, as you can see as we speak. It's moving back, and it went down a bit fast as well. And if you look, it looks like he's at the bottom. It kind of looks like he's at the bottom. We should have come in. We shouldn't even have left. But if we did leave here, right, we could have come back here when it comes past the 50. You see it there? That's where we should have come back in, really and truly. If we wanted to go back into this, we should have come back right there when it passed the 50, come back in right there. That's where we should be coming back in, right? And really and truly we should be coming out now, because we would have been full, we would have got our money and we'd just be all right with it. So if we came in here, our stop loss would have been 30 pips and we would have definitely cleared 2 to 1, 3 to 1. Do you see what I mean? And if we didn't come out, if we left the stop loss up there where it was, put it at break even, right, and then just left it, we'll be all right. But anyway, we've left it at break even. Let's see if we can ride it until we get to the 10. In the meantime, we can look at this. It's past the 50 and it's past the Williams here. Sorry, it's past the 10 and it's past the William here, 20, and it's gone into thingy. We can try a thing here. I'm going to try putting a sell here and see what happens. It's nowhere near the 10. Okay, it hasn't passed the 50, which really we should wait for, but it's past the 10 here and it's past the 21 as well. And it's past this here. So we're putting a trade. It was 0.6. 0.6 was the fee, the pip fee to get in. So let's see how we get in with that. Just leave that for a minute and see what happens. As you can see, both the trades are doing okay at the moment. The Aussie dollar has actually formed a down arrow here, which is a good sign. It's gone down about 6 points. It hasn't gone past the 50 yet, which is no good, but it has firmly gone low in the oversold. Whereas on here, the beast is showing us it's still going down. It's just completely going down. The channel showing going down. It's not near the 10. It's still below the oversold here and the oversold here. However, the fact that it's gone down all of these points that we missed is kind of, I think that's silly. We could have done better. It's about 28 points in our favor at the moment, and also it's made a new low. So when it makes a new low here, it's kind of favoring it, but and kind of not, because it done that yesterday. Where did it make a new low? Yeah, I think it was here. Is it there? That's 5:15. This is 2:15 in the morning, so it's not there. The 20th was yesterday. Let's see. Yeah, it's around here. Yeah, so it made a new low here, and sometimes from a new low it bounces back. As you can see, it done here. It bounced back from the new low, made a new low, and we came out on this low, but it bounced back, as you can see, and we thought, oh, it's gonna go up a bit past our stop loss, so we jumped out. But what happened is that it went aggressively down once it passed that new low, right? It went back up and then it went aggressively down. I don't know whether this is going to happen here, but it's made this, it's past this low. I don't know whether it's going to pop back up and come aggressively down. It might do. or it might continue to go down, or it might just reverse. It's 3 different scenarios here. The problem we have if it does pop up is that where this red line is where our stop loss is now. So we wouldn't have much of a, basically we won't make anything. But what we're not looking to make money on this one. What we're trying to do is see if we can ride this until it hits the 10. So we don't care whether we make money or not on this. We're not interested in that. We're trying to go through the whole process from A to B. Fair enough, we should have came in and stayed in, but we didn't. So we got a second chance here. Let's see if we can do it. So this is not to make money right now. We're at break even. If we won't lose, but we're not going to make if we don't get what we want. But what we are trying to do, I will repeat, we're trying to stay in this until the process is done. So once the price passes the 10, that is when we will come out. No further, not before or after. That's when we will come out. So it's not about trying to make money out of this, it's about going through it until the end. And this one here, you see how it can be trickish, because we didn't wait for it to go through the 50. It can do whatever it wants. And because you see this is in the buying territory, see this blue line is in the buying territory, so it can do whatever it wants. It should pass the 50 before we really get involved in it. But it's not a problem, we're testing that anyway. And just to say that, because we done it earlier with this, we came in when it passed the 10 and it passed the Williams and the Williams. Because it done all of that, we came in. We didn't wait for it to go past the 50, we just came in because we saw what we saw, and we just went in, and we could have rode it all the way down. And that's some powerful stuff. If you can ride that, this Williams 100, if you can ride this Williams all the way down to here, it's incredible. So let's see what happens. We're in this at the moment, that's fine, but I want to be able to ride this W, yeah, this Williams W100. I want to be able to ride it from the bottom to the top, right, or from the top to the bottom. We got a confirmation here which we were quite confident that this was a trigger to go down, and we took it and it went down, but we came out here initially. So let's check it out. I want to check out some past events to see if we can see anything. We can see false breakouts or anything with this 10. So this passes up, it goes past the 50, I mean past the 10, and then it goes back down. So that wouldn't have worked. No, wait there, my mistake, that's not going past the 10. Here we go. I mean, it's not going to oversold area. This is an oversold area. Breaks out. Goes past the 10 here. That's the candle we should have went in on. This one when it closed. What is it? Yeah, it is. So that wouldn't have worked. Okay, let's check another one. Let's see this. This one looks more of a, right, see this? That goes down, but it's not going down in unison. No, it's nor is this. But it does pass the 50. Did this one pass the 10? So it passed the 10. Let's see if this passes the 10. No, it doesn't pass the 10. So you would have been alright with that. Then check here, it passes the 10. Pass the Williams here and pass the Williams here. You could have went in, put your stop loss here. That's a 60 pip stop loss, right? And you could have rode this all the way. Can you ride it all the way? Yeah, to there. No, sorry, to here. You could have rode it to here, which is 12:15 the next day. And let's see what the pippage is. It would have came in at, it's 124 pips. Whether you would have stayed in overnight or not is a different matter, but that could have been done. It's dodgy though. It is kind of, it's not easy to do this. It's not. But this one was right, so let's see why. This was identical though. If you look, both of them dropped at the same time. You see that? Simultaneous. 1, 2, and this 3. You go in. When they don't drop at the same time, it's, you don't get a massive movement like this. This is huge. 200 pips. 200 pips. It's huge. So if you look for some sinks, see, they don't happen all the time though, do they? Is this one? Here's one. There's one right there, and it's past the 10. 50 pips, and it drops to, where is it, 50 pips, and it drops to here, 94 pips. Yeah. Wow. Let's have it out. You can wait for the 50, which is here. Wait for it to go into that area here. There, which is less pips. It's 15 pips. And then when it hits the 10, see, it wouldn't have worked because it hits the 10 almost immediately. Look, that's ridiculous. That wouldn't have worked. But if you see, look, it synced out first. It went down first here, not here. Do you see what I mean? It's already in there. Maybe there. No, that wouldn't have worked either. Right there. Nope. That wouldn't have worked either. Only here. Sometimes there's only one way for this block to go in. One way. And there's the way right there. You get if you get some opportunity like that, take it. Take it. You got 60 pips. That's 50. And even if you get 50 out of it, you're laughing. But if you can get 100 out of it, like if you get it from here, if you want to take it there, you could. Where is it past the 10? Passes the 10 here. So you would have took 33, 34 points out of it. It's all dependent. So we just check it and find out. You know, this is all practicing right now to see. See, this is messing around. It looked like it was going up, but now it's looking like it's not. Whereas this one is still at 34 pips. It's going down, but very slowly. Here is another example of a Mamba trade using the 10-day moving average as a confirmation of the Williams. Once again, it goes past the 10-day average and closes below it. At the same time, the Williams goes below the -20 on both the Williams 100 and the Williams 17. And you can see how powerful this is when it works. It's huge. This is on the New Zealand yen. Yeah, so from here we would have risked 34 points and it's still dropping. That's 105 points it's dropped, and it hasn't passed the 10-day yet. Can you see? It's respecting it. So until that's breached, that's when you would come out. But this is powerful stuff if it works. Don't get me wrong, this is all testing right now. I've seen a few scenarios at the moment and they seem to be okay. I can't tell you that this is this works all the time. I can't say that. We are testing right now, so let's see how far it gets. As you see, I took a trade for this signal here, this one here. I took a trade for this signal and it completely reversed on me. But what I completely forgot, because I was kind of in the middle of two things at the same time of doing it, what I completely forgot is it's not this one. If we're doing Mamba trading, we don't look for this signal, we look for this signal. We look for the W100 and then get confirmation from when it passes the 10. So doing it here, it's ridiculous. That's why when I noticed, I was like, this is silly. I can see it dropping back down straight away. If you look, we'll probably see an example. here, look, that one there, you see this bit here, look, is it above the thingy, but it's out of office hours though. But does it work? Yeah, just about though. Look, just about. Does that work? Let's move this out of the way. Nah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Look, wait there, that's not where we come in. We come in here. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. You come in here, put the stop loss there, but it's after hours. See this 5:15, 15 minutes after the hour. We wouldn't be coming in then. I have to find one which is, here's one here. 7:45 is no good. Let's see this. 8 o'clock. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't work all the time. That's above. Yeah, that's above. There's a confirmation. That's there. Didn't work. So don't get me wrong, it doesn't work all the time. But this, no, this shouldn't be here. This, what am I saying? This, see what I mean? Even though I even know it, I still am not getting it right. Both this and this have to be simultaneously going up or going down. Look, we're showing you here, look, simultaneously. I know how to do it and I'm still getting it wrong. This is how difficult the process can be. It has to be simultaneous. If it's not simultaneous, forget Mamba traded. Don't even try it. It won't work. It'll be a 50-50 trade. So let's look for any simultaneous. This one looks simultaneous. Try this one here. This is simultaneous. It's both going down. Look, and it works. This is simultaneous. Both going up. And it works. Do you see what I mean? If it's not simultaneous, forget it. Forget it. It's just, you're wasting your time. So that's why that trade just went belly up immediately. See how this is curving? This has to come across here. This has to come across here at the same time. Then you would get a strong signal and then you can trade. I'm going to come out of the Aussie USD. We're at 13 points. Let's look. See where we're at. It's coming near. It's nowhere near the 10, but I'm coming out because I'm not leaving this unattended. So I'm coming out at 13 points. That's fine with me. Bye. Close that. Okay, we've had a good day. Couple of mistakes, but this is what you have to do. That's why, because I was distracted. I put the trade on straight after I come out of the trade. Straight after, where is it? Here. I came out of the trade here. It crossed the line, and I thought, yeah, let me play and go the other side. But I didn't look at it properly. I looked at this one and I didn't look at this one. They're not both over the line. If they're not over the line, it's not going to work. And look what happened. Zoom. It just went behind. And that's it. Anyway, good trading. Well done.